Yo, you guys, this is Blacklist the Abyss, and this is my review for Naruto chapter 690. And this, such an abrupt end to this fight. Jesus. I just don't even know where to start with this one. There were major, developments, but I mean, the execution was so poor that even though there were major developments in the story, it doesn't really help the chapter at all. It was just executed so poorly. It's like it was, I would have liked it more if nothing happened, to be honest. So let me just go through. So Naruto and Sasuke, they activate planetary devastation, okay, Chibaku Tensei, and Kaguya gets sealed. Alright, and Black Zetsu also gets sealed. Alright, because Naruto gets him and then throws him up there, and then he gets trapped in there too. Excuse me. Alright, now, before Kaguya is fully sealed, she spits Madara out. Alright, and this was interesting because even though his legs were separated from his body because he was cut in half by Sasuke, his body is now in one piece. Alright, now you just have to find it. No, let me stop. His body is in one piece now, and his hair is back to being black. Alright, so he's lost his Sage Chakra now. Obito didn't, but he did. So I guess Kaguya just sucked him dry. Alright, anyway, I'm awful with jokes. I need to stop. Yeah, so I guess he got drained of all his Sage Chakra, but before that happened, his body regenerated, I guess. I mean, I don't know why that wouldn't happen back when he was the Sage, because you would think, you know, Jinchuriki the Ten Tails, now I'm going to heal super fast, but now it happens after he gets absorbed by Kaguya, so I don't know, I doubt it'll be explained. I really do, I doubt it. Someone might point it out, and they might, oh yeah, they might point it out and give some stupid reasoning for it. But Madara's back on Piece now. What he's gonna do when he wakes up, I don't know. I saw some people joking around that Naruto, once Madara does wake up, Naruto is gonna call him a cool guy. I say he's the coolest guy ever, like he do with Obito. Which, personally, I would just laugh because, well, I just don't want to think about that happening, but if it did, I would probably just laugh and disbelieve. But anyway, Madara's back. Alright. Yeah, and then Naruto and the others, they get brought back. They get summoned back, like reverse summoned by all the former Kage. Okay, because Hagoromo over here, he's like summoning spirits and crap. So he's got like all the former Kage, the Hokages, the Kaze Kages, the Tsuchi Kages, the Rai Kages, the Mizu Kages. Oh, Yagura was there too. I even saw freaking Yagura. Alright, like all these dudes were there. Alright, and except Tsunade, like except the current ones, you know. But yeah, then they reverse summon Naruto and Sasuke and Sakura and Kakashi and Madara and the planetary devastation orb thing. Like they just reverse summoned everyone back from the dimension. Because Sakura was like the only one who realized, like, wait, so we're stuck in this dimension now. So that was kind of funny because she just sat there like smiling as it slowly sank in. She's like, holy crap. Right, I like that delayed comedy. I like delayed comedy when a series does it right. Yeah, that's essentially it. Hamura had a little bit of a cameo here in like page 4 on Manga Panda. Speaking of Manga Panda, I was going to try and wait until Manga Stream came out with their translation, but They were taking so long that I just decided, you know what, screw it. And I'll just do it now based off of the Manga Panda translation, which I prefer not to do, but in this case, if I can get it up now, then I guess I'll just get the review up now. But anyway, Hamura got a little bit of a cameo here, and I'm curious as to what Kishi's going to do with him, because before Hagoromo showed up and started talking to Naruto and Sasuke, we didn't even know this guy existed. Alright? Hagoromo's the one who brought him up and said, like, hey, I didn't actually do all this by myself like you thought. My brother actually helped me. Alright? So why introduce that idea into the story if it's not gonna end up being relevant? Okay, so Hamura has to be involved somehow, some way. Alright, I don't know how, but he has to, because Kishi had to have a reason for introducing him in. There had to be a reason. He didn't just do it just because. That just doesn't make sense. Okay, so there has to be some reason for why Hamura was introduced. Alright, in this panel where he shows up, he did look a lot like Madara. He really did. So if it has something to do with Madara, I don't know, but maybe Madara is the reincarnation of Hamura or something. I don't know. I don't know what Kishi's doing here, because like this whole arc with Kaguya has just been awful. It really has, because Kaguya has no character really. She kind of has a tiny bit of character. I mentioned this once before, how she got a tiny bit of development back when she was talking about how a long time ago when she was trying to take all the chakra back for herself, she wasn't actually doing it for herself. She was trying to take it back so that she could give it to Hamura and Hagoromo, kind of like an inheritance. She was only doing it because she cared for her children. Um, but other than that, there was like, she has no character development. She doesn't have much of a character at all. All she does is what Black Setsu tells her to do. So she's really not a good character or a good villain. She has the power, but she doesn't have anything else, right? And being strong doesn't make you a good villain, right? Like that's just not enough. All right, you have to actually do things, and Kaguya didn't do anything because she didn't show up until not too long ago. All right, so add in the fact that she has no feats. Well, she does, but it's all in history, nothing recent. She has no feats. She has no character. She has no goal, really. She's just doing whatever Black Setsu tells her to do. They do have a goal, but I mean, she's literally, like I said, just doing what Black Setsu tells her to do. So she's got like nothing. She's got nothing. Alright, like it'd be one thing if this fight and stuff was actually good, but it's really not. It's just so not executed well at all, and the pacing was just so off. Like why ended like this is? I can't be the only one who didn't expect the fight to end this chapter. It's just so abrupt. It's like he's being rushed by his editors or something. But that it doesn't make sense for the Jump editors to hurry Kishi, because Naruto has made them more money than practically every other manga in the history of Jump. All right, the only manga that have made more than Naruto are One Piece, Dragon Ball Z, or Dragon Ball. The franchise, Dragon Ball Z, the whole franchise. I mean, so just One Piece, Dragon Ball Z, and Kochikame. That's it. And Kochikame's only made that much because it's been serialized for freaking like 70 years. Well, not 70. I'm exaggerating, but it's like 40 years. But still, that's a lot. It's still going today. It started serialization in like 1976, I think. 1976, 1970 something, and it's still going to today. The guy takes like no breaks ever. He's taken like 3 breaks in all those 40 years. Right, the dude, that's impressive. Togashi needs to take some tips. All right, Togashi needs to like write down some tips or something, because this dude, what's his name, Osamu something, like that dude's legit. All right, dude is legit. All right. But the only reason Kochikame's made more than Naruto is because it's been around for 40 years non-stop. Alright, so that, at this point it gets like, it's lucky to get on top 50 list whenever a new volume goes on sale. It's usually only on there for like a week or so, you know. So it's not like it sells a lot anymore. It's just that it sells a little, but that little adds up over 40 freaking years. Okay, so that's that. But Naruto is one of the biggest money makers they've had in the history of the company. So it's not like they're in a hurry for it to go. All right, they want it to stay as long as freaking possible. So it doesn't make sense for them to rush it. So I don't know maybe he's the one who wants to rush it because you know he did that Mario one shot not too long, like last year or something, you know, because Mario, that was the story he wanted to go with. He didn't want to go with Naruto. I don't know. Most people might not know that. All right, when Kishi was first starting out and he wanted to get serialized in Jump, they told him like, dude, the things you're writing aren't shonen enough. They're too seinen. Like we just can't publish this. And he was like, all right, whatever. And he's just gonna go to Weekly Young Jump. All right, but his editor is like, no, 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 no. Just try one more time. Just try one more time. Just try shonen once more. And this will be it. If you don't feel it, then all right, then we'll let you go to Young Jump. All right, and he tried one more time, and he got Naruto, and they loved it, and that was that. The rest is history. All right, so this dude's actually more of a seinen author than he is a shonen author. All right, so maybe he's the one who wants to hurry up and finish and say, I've been doing this for over like almost 2 decades, like a decade and a half. You know, I'm ready to move on. I want to do a new series. You know, so maybe that's it. But this is just too abrupt of an it's just no. it's just no. All right, this is not good. It's just not good. I mean, I don't think there was anything really in this whole Kaguya arc. I don't really think there was anything that was executed well, except for Sakura saving Sasuke. That's like the only thing I can think of that was actually done well. And even then, it required that BS with Obito coming back, and yeah, it's so that you know, it's no, this whole arc is just an epic fail. It really is. I enjoyed the arc with Obito. I enjoyed the arc with Madara. This one just didn't do it for me. It just didn't. In my opinion, I would have to say that Obito's was the best just because it was the first, and Madara's is just a repeat. Just put instead of Obito being at level 10, Madara's at like level 11, you know? Like it was still practically the same thing though. A guy becomes Jinchuriki and then fights you. You know, it's literally just a repeat. It's just Madara is stronger. So I enjoyed Obito's more because it was the first. Madara's was a repeat, but still enjoyable because he was stronger and he did pose different threats. But Kaguya was just bad all around. She really was. So I'll just give this chapter a 4 out of 10. It was just bad. It was just bad. Like there was literally nothing to like here. Where the story goes from here, I don't know. I'm sure it'll take like a chapter or 2 to just tie everything up. But after this, I'm assuming we'll transition into like the war ending. And unless Madara does something, you never know. You never know. Maybe Hammer will show up as the 4th villain. You know, who knows? Who knows? But I'm thinking it'll just start to transition into the final arc of the series, which will be just figuring out how things are going to end for the characters. You know, Naruto's goal has yet to be achieved. It kind of has been, kind of. His goal was to eliminate the flaws in the ninja world and end up creating world peace through that. He's done a kind of Lelouch Lamperouge type of Lelouch v Britannia, my bad. He's done a kind of like he's done like a Zero Requiem kind of thing, where he has brought the entire world together. Well, he wasn't the one that did it, but you know, that's essentially what happened. The entire world came. The 5 villages aren't the entire world, but they're all that matter in the world, pretty much. So I wish Kishi had explored more of the Naruto world, you know, because these 5 villages are only like a small part of the planet. I wish he had like gone to other places, but anyway, the point is that peace is much closer than it was before the war started, okay? Because now all these 5 major villages are all allied with each other. And it doesn't make sense for them to turn on each other now, right? So Naruto now, he just has to, his work isn't done yet. There are still people there, probably people like Danzo who do contribute to the flaws of the ninja world, who are still out there and they need to be taken care of in some way, shape, or form. So it's not like his goal has been completely fulfilled yet, and he hasn't accomplished it completely yet. So he's gonna need to he's gonna need to just transition into an arc, one final arc where Naruto does actually reach that goal. Okay. Um, Sasuke wants to become Hokage just like Naruto does, so they're gonna have to settle that somehow. Um, just like aftermath of everything that's happened. I'm interested in seeing where Kishi goes with it from here. I really am, because there are a couple different ways to handle it. They could capture Sasuke and treat him like a criminal, or they can treat him like the guy who helped save the world and pardon him of all the crimes he committed, which might be tough considering the right Kage just does not like him, but you never know. With Tsunade as Hokage, she's let him off before. All this time she's been letting him off. Who knows? She might do it again. Um, Tsunade is still Hokage. She'll have to step down for some reason. Um, they do have to figure out. They do have to figure out some way to determine who the next Hokage will be. It will be to Kakashi, who's going to be the sixth, and then Naruto will be the seventh. So maybe they'll have to do something where he becomes Hokage, and then a time skip, and then decide like who become like there are a lot of different ways he can take this. So I'm interested in seeing where he goes after this. The chapter was not good by any means. It was bad. However, I'm still looking forward to the next chapter just to see what direction he's going to take things in. Even though I might not get the answer in the next chapter, because he still has to tie up the loose ends with the war before he transitions into the next arc. So I'm interested. While this chapter wasn't good, I'm interested to see what direction he's going to go in next. So that's something. But yeah, that's it for this review, guys. I went on for way too long, to be honest. I'll give this chapter a 4 out of 10, and that's that. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.